And welcome back. Picking up where we left off last time in Planet Crafter. I think we're going to try to explore the next of the alien ruins. I think, and I could be wrong. It'd be very easy for me to be wrong. I think they're up here somewhere. I've got the maps like 1565, 109, 2500 is the coordinates in the bottom left. It should be showing when we're at basically the doorway. We're not going to be taking the rover along this time, so I should bring enough materials along for a small box. So 2 titanium, 1 silicon, and I'll actually bring 6 iron because we'll immediately throw a container in the box when we set it up. Otherwise, we'll get underway, get under traveling. Yeah, we can go find the next alien site that will advance the alien story a little bit. There's some interesting flora over there. Not what we're looking for right now, but interesting nonetheless. Somewhere up here, I think, is where next thing is. All of those, definitely lots of other stuff to explore up here. Is it down in the valley here? It might be down in the valley here. Oh, this is an interesting cave. Oh, I see what I was going the wrong way up the Rainbow Cave. This is back. We're back in the Rainbow Cave. So I think the end of the Rainbow Cave, if I can find it, is what we're looking for right now. Maybe. Or maybe it's around here. Let's keep going. Yeah, this keeps going. Well, maybe not the way we want it to. Getting more chests. Back up into this bit of the biome. This is solar quartz. Nothing but the graphics here, I think, is causing the graphics to be a little laggy. It might be a combination of the fact that I am writing the game. You're not seeing it in this resolution. I'm going to try to turn the resolution down. Hopefully this does not break everything. I think you're getting in 1080p anyway, so me turning the resolution down on my end is probably not going to hurt your results, hopefully. Just means I'm just not compressing the result as much, which might make the encoder a little happier. Yeah, so definitely plenty of stuff up here to loot, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm trying to explore and find where I put these keys. Yeah, we'll have to come back to this cave later. It's apparently not the spot I'm looking for right now. Lower first number, larger third number is what we're looking for. Hop in here, get some oxygen. And I think the middle one's the altitude, so I think it's also supposed to be higher altitude than I'm at right now. Oh, there we are. This is what we're looking for. Requires 3. 3 goes in. And secret door moves out of the way. This is roughly where I want to box then. Let's build a living compartment. Okay, it'll require a little bit of jump to get up in there, but that'll be fine. At some point I'm probably going to lose the ability to fly in here. I'll have to continue the rest of the way sprinting on foot. There we go. A lot of the secret areas, to keep you from cheesing your way into them, have no-fly zones on them. We found the Ancient Paradise as the Steam achievement. Okay, we're looking for more keys. And here we found a butterfly larva. Not allowed to pick it up. I think we are able to pick it up, okay. And yeah, that's far, far, far better than the existing ones that we can make. I think they spawn in here. Yeah, we'll grab an uncommon one while we see it. I'm not too worried about the common. Common's reasonably common. Open the door here. I need 5. We once lived. Okay, there's the second one. Looking for 5. Okay, that's the staircase up to that one. Presumably the staircase, this goes up somewhere as well. Oop, throw myself off the end. Well, this is ancient construction. There are holes in the construction. It would not probably pass... Well, actually, it probably would pass modern OSHA standards. I was about to say, it probably wouldn't pass modern OSHA standards, and then I remember how bad OSHA standards sometimes can be. Okay, so there's a place I can use the life to climb up. I guess that's where we're going next. Two, make it 3. Common. If I see any rares, I'll pick the rare larva. Not gonna be too paranoid of picking up every larva. There may be other treasure in here, so much as picking up useful life is useful. In particular, what we're really looking for is the butterfly larva, if we can find it. Yeah, it's probably up the staircase over here. We've only got one more to go, so we're getting pretty close to having all the keys to open up the next big door. I think the oxygen's improved to the point where we're down to 4th depletion rate, so we've got a pretty long time in here before we've got to get oxygen. There we go, there's another one. Okay, so that's all the keys I need to open the next door. Not sure if there isn't any treasure in here that I'm missing. Wouldn't be surprised if there was some. Let's go open up that door. And all keys go in. Food. Wait for the door to open up. Teleport did not come from opening the door. We hit teleporter hit was from 25 GTI. It's coincidentally hit 25 GTI while opening the door. Once again, calamity befalls our people. If the predictions are correct, a meteor will hit the planet in just a few days. The cities we built, the splendors we created will fall. Our arts, traditions, discoveries, and lives will vanish. Once again, destruction is upon us, but this time we will not flee as we did generations ago. What is the point of running away when demise chases you so vigorously? We accept our fate, we are proud of what we were, and remain true to our values. Our story will disappear under the ash of flames and dust, like a butterfly life, beautiful and effervescent. It is time to meet our end. So that, I believe, is like the end of the alien plot line, at least for the moment. Big bunch of loot here. We'll drink some of the water. Trying to figure out what... I'd probably just leave the larva, the uncommon stuff on the floor. There's even an argument to try to disable the chests, because they're, in theory, made of semi-valuable stuff. But we'll probably come back here to loot them. Okay, let's get back to our storage. We can leave some stuff in the storage and come back for those. That's, I think, the end of the story. I remember there being more. Although I may be wrong. Okay, we left a chest in here, so we can drop some of the less valuable stuff. Go back for the stuff we left behind. Mainly the value of the chest themselves. So, for example, I think we leave the uranium here. The water here? Yeah, let's leave the water here. And the larva, the mutagen. Should be enough to get the rest of the stuff out that we saw. I don't think the scaffolding here goes anywhere yet. Or anywhere anymore. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere anymore. Oh, a better way to describe that, but... I think it doesn't go anywhere, because I think floor-wise probably did go somewhere, just doesn't go there anymore. And the larva we left here is still here. And yeah, we can get the aluminum super alloy out of those chests by disassembling them. Just making sure there's nothing else kind of hidden here. I think we got rewarded for getting this far in the thing with the two chests, right? I think that's all there is super interestingly here. This is like a secret wall hidden somewhere. Okay, well, let's sort of loot out and take it back to base. We'll probably do some work with that loot. Plus, we got a bunch of breaker chips, so we'll get to see, or blueprint chips, so we can see what new blueprints we got. The butterfly is also going to be a much better source of insects in the short run. The butterflies. I got 2 golden and 1 Serena. That should hopefully jumpstart our terraforming a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna leave the uncommon and the aluminum here in the water. We're gonna take the rest back. And yeah, there's definitely more chests over here to loot if we're looking for things like fuses. And breathable air is approaching. I think it's 32, right? So we're only about 6 GTI away. And almost all the way back to base. The messages we just read should be showing up as a message over on the message screen here. So yeah, 2 more. So once we lived, and I read this out while we were in the thing before. Like a butterfly, life, beautiful, and effervescent. Time to meet their end. So the short run, we can buff. I need to drop something off before I do it, but swap the insects out in the dome here. So we currently have Penga, which are 230, and we're going to replace them with temporarily our golden ones, which are 1,500. Should help a little bit in the short run. And then we'll do some decoding. Tier 3 inventory for the vehicle. Okay. Flare. For light and explosive. So you saw those, well, you may have seen, if in the earlier parts, places where we could blow stuff up to go places. Well, now we have the explosives. Both over here. Use the light places up in different colors. Okay. And then explosives, use it to blow items up. 2 explosive powders and a circuit board. Presumably to make a detonator. We've got some stuff to display, although apparently I will need more table space. Do I need to build a table? 2 iron. Put butterflies in the chest here. At least while we're waiting for next item. We're waiting for the outdoors butterfly, which is upcoming. That's not rendering right. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going to do a quick save and reload the game. Okay, quickly just reload it in. Let's see if those are showing up now. There they are. So yeah, looking to get Butterfly Dome, which is 3.25k. We're about halfway there. Coming along. Might try to push out plants a little bit faster. Yeah, might try to push out plants a little bit faster. Oh, I do have outdoor farm. What was that about the outdoor farm? Also makes plants and insects. Okay, so we can really get things moving a little bit faster. We'll just build a bunch of those. What do I need for the outdoor farm? Bee larva, bee larva. Okay, so we're gonna have to make more bees. Water bottle, fertilizer, fertilizer, super alley. So other than the bee larva, that's pretty easy. What do I need for the bee larva? Uncommon. So I need to go out and find a bunch of uncommon. We know where some uncommon is. We actually left some back in the box early in the episode. Let's go fetch what we know is there. I was gonna stand around waiting for bee larva to show up. Can be a little tedious. Well, not for bee larva to show up. Wait for the uncommon to show up so we can turn it into bees. Oh, that's a solar panel. I'm trying to recognize what that is from the distance. The answer is it's a solar panel. Just a weird angle to be looking at the solar panel from. Fly up here, and we found 2 uncommon larvae. Grab those. That is what we're going to turn into the bees. So that's actually enough to make one of those outdoor farms. We'll take the contents of you. Assemble you. And I think in here we have a chance for... we hang around long enough, we have a chance for the fancier butterfly larva to show up. So we'll hang around a little bit and see if we can get some larvae to show up in that final room. Yeah, we'll sort of chill out here and see if we find some larvae. Enjoy the butterflies. Sounds like it's raining, although I think we're in a dome here, so we're not noticing the rain as much. And then, yeah, crafting-wise, I suppose like if I was desperate to get the bees right now, we could disassemble the old beehives. But I think we're gonna get the outdoor farm going. makes plant and insects. I think it might make plant and insects regardless to which vegetables you put in it. Not as sure about that. Because most of the plants are oxygen modifiers, not plants, unless it's the ones you can harvest for food. I think this is a place that grows the ones you can harvest for food. So this is basically an upgraded exterior tier 2 food grower. So we would like to build quite a few of those. More plants would not be terrible. Yeah, don't know if it's... Well, it might not do in this room. But we already found that there's some larvae around here. Yeah, not seeing any in here. Although I may not have been standing around, or doesn't count time here in the menu or whatever. And we found one of the bluer, or one of the blue fancy ones outside. So I was hanging out in there in case we get lucky and find some, like, another golden one. Come check out here. I think out here we might be able to find the blue ones. Although they might be incredibly rare at this level of terraforming. Common, not what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Serena butterflies. So, okay. Maybe not, maybe we can't get more of the really good ones, but the Serenas we can get. And if we get lucky, we might find some uncommon ones while we're looking, because we found some already before. Here's an uncommon. Yeah, finding Serena butterflies in here is definitely better than going through the rigmarole of trying to make rare larvae into butterflies. So I think we'll be very happy that we found a couple in here before we hit the butterfly exterior thing. So we get quite a few going at once. I do have a thing of food, so we're not in a complete rush to be leaving. Okay, that's another one. That was blue. Common. I haven't seen any rare here. It might be that the rare is replaced with the butterfly larva. Okay, get like one more in common. We probably just call it and head back. Butterfly larva there? No. Thought I saw a bit of blue against the green. Here, common. I think it's just the common ones that we saw earlier still sitting about. Hoping to get lucky and get another uncommon to spawn. I think the answer we're gonna get is no. And I definitely don't have a use for this many commons. Just leaving the commons out. Oh, now that we've been here, we can see it on the map. Okay. I think this may be the new biome over here. We haven't been over to the new one. Is this the one? Yeah, I know there's a new biome that was added in the current patch. That's common. Common, common, common. Okay, well, it's going to take some time to turn these guys into bees. It's time to walk our character back to base and get the bees. Get the bees processing. And unlike the butterfly larva, we will be able to find it, the uncommon in the local area around our base. There we go, got out of the no-fly zone, so we can start flying. Do I think I have enough space to get the contents of that chest? No. Leave that chest there, then. Unlooted chests get different rarity loot based on your global terraforming effect in this game. Assuming you haven't looted any of it, of course. If you interacted, see what was in it, and didn't like it, then, well, you've rolled that loot, and it's now that loot. Although maybe it's a little bit debatable once we get far enough in the game if the loot's really getting better as the terraforming rating's getting better. You're gonna, every so many levels it adds a couple items, removes a couple items from what can be in the drop tables. Okay, and we arrived. And let's get the first uncommon fertilizer mutagen. Okay, that was a recipe. Whether that was the right one or not is up to debate. Yeah, no, that was the right recipe. Anyway, once that processes, we'll be able to make our first farm, and we're going to want more than one farm. It's easy enough to presume. Concept. Common, not looking for common. Well, not looking for common yet. There might be some uses for them later. Common. Common. Probably also common. Oh, rare. No, that's the other way. That's, well, we can turn a rare. So I picked up, turn the rare into the butterflies for the tier 3 stuff. Oh, the rare can be turned into butterflies. And the butterflies are going to be better insects for us than, well, the better butterflies. I suppose we could really just be cranking out butterflies with the not rare stuff. Okay, you're processing. I'm gonna need, well, I'm gonna want, needs maybe too strong for it. I'm gonna want more than that. That's a start. Do I have more mutagen? Yes. Now for long are you? 77, so a little bit more time. Anyway, check up on progress. Coming up on Leox Butterfly Larva. Let's see if I can read today. In theory, that would be quicker insects if we have the butterfly. Although we really need to get the butterfly farm. That's why we need more plants. Get to the butterfly farm. Then that allows us to put butterflies everywhere, which allows us to advance this line faster. In particular, we're going to unlock mutagen tier 2. Not sure if we need it the moment we get it, although I wouldn't be surprised if we needed it at the ecosystem. This larva increases plant level. And if we get enough biomass, we get tier 5 heaters. Tier 5 heaters are going to let us push quicker to the better optimizer. Although we might get to the better optimizer before that happens anyway. And if we get to 32, that's the tier 3 tree spreader. Assuming it doesn't need very different resources in the tier 2, we should be able to begin replacing those. Pull you out. Next one goes in. Farming on Mars is apparently the name of the achievement, so I got achievement for setting this up. Okay. So this takes a plant seed of our choice. And yeah, it is making plants and insects without any plants in it. And it is a food-bearing plant that I need to put in it. So if that's the case, I probably want to put in an eggplant seed. At least for the first one. Okay, next one underway. Oh, I'm gonna need more tier 2 fertilizer as well for more of the plant bays. I happen to have tier. Well, I have one more tier 2. Sounds like I have a asteroid of some sort visiting. My guess is it's probably osmium based on the color. The world went blue, something crashed, and osmium be falling from the sky. And some sulfur. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I think I even have an osmium mine. We haven't been to the osmium mine since we set it up to get osmium. I could probably be mining a lot heavier than I am. In which case the osmium would be actually somewhat useful. Because the osmium, of course, is used in the osmium mine. Oh, I suppose I'd be exporting it as well. I think osmium rods have export value. What's our luck with the fabric? Okay, we're gonna use some fabric. The osmium away. And sulfur away. Pick out our next B. The next one in for processing. And then I've got everything I need to make the next farm, so let's find another farm. Okay, now we need the seed to put in there. To get something growing. Pick something different. We are going to need more mushrooms at some point, so putting a mushroom seed in there wouldn't be a bad plan. I can find a mushroom seed. I can find a mushroom, which is not a mushroom seed. There's a mushroom seed. New blueprint received. Butterfly display box. So that's not on this. I think it's just a piece of furniture. Yeah, place a butterfly larva and see what the butterfly looks like. Not super worried about that. Okay, so we do have... Effectively, this is using one seed to grow multiple at a time. I think it's at the same speed as the tier 2. Okay. What do I need to make more tier 3 fertilizer? Obviously, it looks like I'm out of it for the moment. Probably some fertilizer. It's probably an upgraded fertilizer, right? Yeah. LJ squash, methane cartridges. Squash. I've already had some harvested, so that's not a problem. Methane. And an Aldrich Lake. Thought I saw a random piece of super alloy. It wasn't. Not what my brain was thinking it was. Go. Then super alloy and RB. Didn't pay here to get it going properly. Now it's going. Go do something else. Mainly get the super alloy. Apparently we want some squash. We'll grab the squash as well. Okay, everything except for the bee. We got for that thing. I think we got enough. 3 farms I think is a good start. And then we should probably be getting more rockets going. Question, of course, is do I do oxygen or do I do plant? I'll probably do a bunch of plant. Well, so we can get the biomass moving and so we can get to the butterfly farm going quicker. Oh. Being warned my character's hydration level's a little low. Lukes. Butterfly larva. And rendered available to us. And yeah, I think we want plants. As much as the oxygen's tempting, I think we go plants here, so we want a bunch of plants. Which we should be pretty good to go, actually. I think we can launch quite a few of those back-to-back. Grab the 2 bits of bark, and launch basically 2 of them back-to-back. Assuming I have the Lerma seed. And then we're going to go right here. Put in the farm out. And put our squash in it. And we're going to launch off some plant rockets, try to get that going a little bit faster. And then we'll probably go ahead and put a bar break in. Spreading plants around the world. Okay, now the launch pad is clear. Load the next one up for the launch. It's mostly just spreading pollen when it does this. Which I think is horrible for the actual compression ratio on the video, but it's a pretty effect. 92.5? The current progress towards that next terraforming level. Yeah, all our levels here of our initial stuff is going pretty slow. Actual progress is pretty slow at this point. Yeah, it should have helped quite a bit with the plants, although we're trying to move kilotons of it, and we're only making, I think, 0.27 kilotons a second. So every grams, kilograms. Oh, it might be tons. Okay, so I'm only making 0.27 tons, in which case that would explain why it's real slow moving. Yeah, it is tons. It's grams, grams, kilograms, tons, kilotons. Oof. Okay, we launched 2 of those off. We got more rockets, so we could probably launch more as stuff is available. But yeah, we're gonna put a part break in here. Then we're gonna go probably exploring a bit, let some time progress on the terraforming. And then we'll come back, probably do some more construction. Go out, do stuff, come back, more construction. It's kind of our process right now. Oh, before I forget, because I think we want to be ready to go out, let's make some high-quality food for the trip. Find the door. And yeah, we're up to 6 plant rockets. So we've sent the most plants up, and we sent quite a bit of seeds. Oh, I suppose we could prep some explosives for next time as well. Bring 2 explosives with us, see if that's enough. Okay, we might go explore some of the explosive locations. Apparently don't actually have a lot of food to take with me because those characters are already hungry, but I think we are equipped. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. Progress is being made. We're getting very close at this point to O2, breathable atmosphere, which I think changes the stuff in the random chests a little bit. Also, in theory, means that we won't ever have to go to a emergency box to breathe. But yeah, I think things are going well. I'm gonna take a short break here. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part of tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm gonna take a short break, get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, get the ads out of the way, and then we'll be back to record the next one. So until the next time, I'm gonna wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream, and bye for now.